bit. Thank you.
Yeah, Ian.
Wait, move from there.
Move from there, you two.
Move from there, you guys. This guy go to get your stress cancelled.
Yeah. Wait, hello. Sandy and Noob. That guy's getting it.
Ele nem partido.
Toyota. Hyundai. Urmo.
Wait. Oh, God.
Hiyo, etusi. Maana ni mbaya.
on stage. I mean, did you see that as an opportunity, or was that just you driving to your own rhythm?
Definitely no opportunity, not today in these tricky conditions where we only lose. Yeah, so no, just try to have a rhythm really. Try to read the road as much as possible when it's dry, when it's wet, and try to somehow find a line. But it was really tricky. It was, you know, sometimes it was dry and then all of a sudden wet around the corner and all these things. But yeah, water in the car and steaming in the car, and tried to open the window to get some air, but then the water came. You know, so. It was adventure already.
So I'm guessing, was it a welcome surprise then when you saw quite how much time you made on everybody else?
Yeah, I was a bit surprised. I have to say, definitely very surprised.
Differences that we've seen already in just 2 stages. I think that's kind of a microcosm of what's going to come over the next 3 days. I mean, even with these huge leads, it's such a long way to go. Yeah, but just talk us through what you can expect over the next few days then with what we can expect if the weather continues like this.
Well, yeah, I mean, tomorrow should hopefully not be too bad, but again, we do this stage again first thing tomorrow morning, which will be exactly the same trickiness. And then for the rest of the day, hopefully it should be a little bit more straightforward. But yeah, clearly for when you look at Saturday, which is in that area, and you see the road that has been today already or every day, I think it's going to be a long weekend.
A few words in Swedish, please, to sum up that terrific start despite the difficulties.
Herregud, det er helt sjukt. Helt utrolig dag redan, liksom 2 streker bare, men så...
Even more difficult, and I struggled to see. I had a lot of mud smearing on the windscreen at the end, a lot of washes, and ended up running out. So saved a bit by the rain coming in at the end. Helped clear the screen, but there was a section in the middle end there that I couldn't see at all.
That's pretty much as much as you could get. So in the time from on about another half a minute quicker again. I mean, it's bizarre, isn't it, with capsules?
Yeah, a few times tried blindfolded and stuff.
And then looking forward to tomorrow then, obviously, you know, we're talking about it even with 2 minute gaps, 1 minute gaps, with 3 days to go, I mean, it's nothing really, does it?
No, it's very early days and anything can happen in this rally, so yeah, try and use the head as much as possible, but of course we're still in a rally, so it's about finding the balance and constantly pushing.
Well, so it's 3 days, a difficult first 2 seconds.
Yeah, mighty ball and Kamal Agariadol, he found a goal. Lots of wood, lots of deep grip in a right manner with him. Hapus fod drwyddi mewn ffordd, ond wrth rhaid i fynd nôl mewn nawr cyntaf bore wedyn allan dweud bod fi'n edrych ymlaen i hynna, ond mae'n rhan o'r rhan.
But actually it's part of the rally, and we know we can lose 2 minutes there, we can gain 2 minutes later in the rally, so it's part of it. We need to stay calm and don't get the situation too early because we're on Thursday. So I just keep my head and continue. We had an overreach on the stage 2, which was caused by stage 1, so we'll fix it, and tomorrow we get another day.
Yeah, it's so strange, isn't it? All 3 in those overheating issue there. When you say caused by stage 1, what do you mean? Blocks radiator?
Yeah, it's that the mud was quite blocked, and I know Chile even tried to clean it. It did not really work also enough for him, so yeah, I don't know, we need to understand and make sure that it doesn't happen for the rest of the weekend, because we expect a lot of mud at the still, so...
Looking forward to heading back into Camparan first thing tomorrow morning?
I'm looking forward to the next stages. C'était une première journée assez compliquée pour nous. Hier, voilà, on a pris une grosse averse dans la première spéciale, probablement le pire de l'orage, donc c'était très compliqué de lire le grip et de...
I feel like we lose a little bit too much time. He was able to go faster, especially on the last case, about 30 seconds, I don't know where. But yeah, I was doing the maximum I could do.
You went to Bronze
Because full of mud and some setting changes, need a more fixing. Windows, you have nothing, no visibility, so you have to clean up. Yeah, it's not crazy, but we are all time doing something, and it was quite on the limit, so yeah, yeah, spero non critico anche.
And listen, Safari Rally, that's only 2 stages out of 18. A minute and 15 seconds is kind of nothing, is it, on a rally like this, right?
I hope so. The rally itself looks very challenging, probably more than ever. So this part, I'm not too sure if I'm happy to start, you know. But yeah, it was a wonderful car. So I have to enjoy it for sure. But I think got here this year. I've planned a difficult rally, probably some rain still coming, and there was already a lot before, so it has made the road conditions pretty difficult with some rough sections, some water standing in places. But yeah, I guess it's things you need to expect here.
Do you think it plays into your favor because of your experience and times you have won? Because you've seen competition.
Yeah, but I guess, you know, I missed the last 2 years here, so I've actually more experience than me at this rally. So I don't think we can take any favor, any favor, but yeah. I think everybody will have the target to stay out of trouble this weekend. That's fine.
Does it just more of your mental capacity or your driving skills?
Well, both are always required for sure. Mental is a key for any success.
We've come a long way already. I'm still the youngest in the Rally 1, but it's the sport I really have a big passion for, and still, of course, it's the highest level of the passion. But it's still not too easy. You don't get any extra points for being the youngest. So actually, it's many times that you have less experience than some of the drivers, so it's not always so easy to compete with. But yeah, rally by rally, we are gaining experience and getting closer.
If you had to pass your gratitude to someone right now, who have given you the opportunity to get where you are right now, what is your message to them and who would it be?
Well, there has been so many people who have been helping me, giving some instructions, but also money-wise, because I was not from a family that could afford the rally. So I was really lucky to have those many helping people on the races we have. Even with our like individual type rally, only me and the co-driver, but I feel like it's a big sport because you need to have your ground really supporting you, and then you can also take the cars.
It's a tough sport to get to the top, just in terms of young drivers, let's say here in Kenya, probably not get as many chances. What would be your message to them in just keep working and probably one day get to live their dreams just for you?
Well, it's tricky to say, but for me, I also started from basically the entry level where you get the lowest level of rally basically, and I was trying to just for fun because I was liking to drive myself. Then I went for some competitions, and I was quite soon starting to be quite good on the competitions. So when I was starting to win some races, then there was normally some people coming to give a helping hand, and then it was.
I've been quite comfortable in the team and working with it. So I've just struggled a bit with the car in some events last year and the beginning of this year, but actually we are still there. I'm fourth in the championship. There are still 12 events, counting this one. It's so everything has to be done, and I stay really positive, and I'm sure we can succeed again. So actually it's positive.
Safari has always been, went for first what we were doing last year, and I think, more points out here. What have you learned for the time that you've done this?
Well, every time I was doing a good Safari rally, I was very cautious on the car until the Saturday and was really pushing on Sunday. So I will try to do the same.
Just give us an outlook of what you've seen in the sprinters out there, and compared to what you saw at Stuttgart, which is not a rally.
Actually, I feel that the stage has less rough than the previous years instead of off. But in terms of bugs, water, mud, big puddles, too deep to be fair. This is very, really rough. Inside the car, it's very big impact on the suspension. So a bit less box, but a lot more holes. So it's demanding a lot more suspension, a bit less on tire. But we see.
Everyone's talking about tires because factors already in Stuttgart. Yes, the world maybe have to get that number for the weekend.
Yes, we are very limited. We have 28 tires for the full weekend. So imagine if you have 8 tires, you have only 20 tires left. So
So actually, it's not a lot. So we have to deal with it. Actually, always some we have to deal with it.
All the best.
And even harder for us, so 2 proper stages this afternoon, but it looks like the weather's holding out for the minute, so all looks nice.
Well, you're back to a place where you dominated, if I should say. Just the feeling of coming back. What are the expectations this time around, of course, today?
Yeah, I think it's obviously been very good for us in the past. Won here more than anyone else, so very good memories for me, but for some reason this year seems to be the hardest one I've ever done, and every year I come back seems to be getting harder and harder, so looking forward to it. The aim's to win, it always is, but I think this weekend survival and looking for the car will be more important than it has been in previous years, so I'm thinking, yeah, it's going to be a tough one.
Out of the experience of winning, what has worked for you that you think is especially
It's managing the speed and managing the car itself. That's a fine line. If you go slightly too over the car and it breaks, then the rally is pretty much done for yourself. You can't be at 100%. It's probably the only rally of the year where you're a lot of the time thinking about looking after the car, and definitely the first one we do this afternoon, Campo Rally, is a very difficult stage. So yeah, managing the car, get through this afternoon, no problem. And we start again tomorrow, and then Saturday will be very, very tricky.
Oh, it's a very difficult question you ask me. I know in France how it goes, you know, we have a federation who support the young, and like you can give it a go for very little money and try yourself. But here in Kenya, I'm not so sure what are the opportunities. It's for sure never easy, but you know, I'm also coming from a very small village in a mountain in France, and my path wasn't really supposed to be like this, and I was not really having normally the, you know, I had the dream very early to become racing drivers, but the opportunity took time to come. So you need to, I don't know, explore what is possible and believe in your dream. That's always, you know, believe you can do it. That's very important to achieve anything in life.
Okay. So in attribution to the FIA, because I know we have programs like CVT, girls on track, like drift.
I mean, I don't know, it's difficult to answer your question, but at least it's great that the FIA offered this girl on track program, and yeah, I think it's the first step. Try to be part of this program, and then you know, you never know. You find a way to show that you have some talent for it, and then yeah, go for it.
Awesome.
Well, there is many. I married the most wonderful one, obviously, so that's already done. She's there actually in Africa now, and I enjoy some time in Nairobi in a school, making an exchange with my son, and it's like she's enjoying a lot to be there and try to support a bit here this beautiful country. But yeah, I don't know. Then I say, what should I send? A lot of love to all of the women in the world, and of course, most of it to my wife.
Thank you.